that anger, that frustration, that disappointment that is being felt, believe me, I feel those emotions.
Tennessee Athletic Director Dave Hart vocalizing the sad reality that the school is in the market for a new basketball coach for the second time in less than a year. Hi, everyone. I'm Ray Crawford, and joining us with more on Friday's dismissal of Donnie Tyndall, our Tennessee insider Mark Nagi. So, Mark, they've gone the mid-major route in their more recent hires, but with Ben Howland going to Mississippi State, Alabama courting some big names, is it time for Tennessee here to pay up and make a big splash with this next hire?
Well, if the past is any indication, that's something that they're just not going to do. Whether it was Buzz Peterson or Bruce Pearl or Conzo Martin or Donnie Tyndall, Tennessee just hasn't been willing to pay big bucks for a head coach when they are hiring him. So I would be surprised if Tennessee went that route. And also, if you're Shaka Smart or Greg Marshall, are you coming to Tennessee's athletic department right now? Think about it. Since 2008, they have had 8 different head coaches in men's basketball and in football. So just so much upheaval in the Tennessee athletic department right now. The Vols probably go the mid-major route again. So maybe they look at Brad Underwood at Stephen F. Austin, or they try with Michael White again, who they talked to last year. Michael White, of course, being the head coach at Louisiana Tech.
And for those curious, Tyndall was the 8th highest paid coach in the SEC this year, by the way. It's hard to believe that a year ago, this team narrowly missed a shot at the Elite Eight, but now with all this instability in such a short amount of time, how far could this set back the program?
Well, think about it. You've had now in the past 12 months another coaching change. So that is current roster attrition from Conzo Martin to Donnie Tyndall, recruiting class, with some guys backing out, and you can see the same exact thing happening again. Think about it on the football side. In a 14-month period, the Vols went from Phil Fulmer to Lane Kiffin to Derek Dooley, and those were 2 recruiting classes in complete upheaval. And it's only now, a few years later, is the football program starting to bounce back. The only advantage for Tennessee as far as basketball is concerned is that at least this news is coming out now before the coaches' convention in Indianapolis next week, so they can start to at least make some contact.
Let me ask you about Athletic Director Dave Hart. He said he knew about the NCAA violations in Tyndall's past. We all knew him, actually, but he hired him anyway. Is Dave Hart safe here?
Well, if you talk to Tennessee fans and listening to local sports talk radio and getting on the message boards, no one is happy, and they all want to see Dave Hart fired. But right now, he has the support of the UT president, of the UT chancellor, and some of the big money boosters. So as long as those guys are in his corner, Dave Hart is probably okay.
Well, as you pointed out, Hart couldn't have waited much longer and still been able to talk to the best coaching prospects. So we'll see how it all shakes out. Mark, thanks very much for the time.
Thank you.
Should the Volunteers consider bringing back fan favorite Bruce Pearl? Mark tells us how it could happen only on Campus Insiders.